Austin's population is booming, and so is the real estate market. But it might be a tough sell in many neighborhoods if you live next to something like this. Boarded up, left untouched for years.
KXAN discovered hundreds of abandoned homes across the city in recent years, leaving behind health and safety concerns for many of you. This all started as a viewer tip, so KXAN investigator Kevin Schwaller stepped in to help.
Beyond this fence,
just trying to make some more investments, get ready for retirement,
lies a house.
Technically, I can trim these on my side.
Still, some neighbors say this hasn't been home to anyone.
Nothing's changed.
For more than a decade, something that didn't worry Shelley McCaslin when she moved in next door 2 years ago.
Well, I could definitely tell that it was abandoned, but like I said, I wasn't that concerned because just this neighborhood in general, there have been many houses in the past 2 years that have been remodeled and flipped.
But a history of inspections and complaints to the city start with a 2011 report about a hole in the roof and broken windows. Last year, a report of rats. Now Shelley is trying to rent her home.
So I got somebody coming at 6:30 today.
She worries the history next door could affect the future of her house.
The fact that it's sitting there abandoned with a hole in the roof, it's an eyesore for the neighborhood, and I think it's unsafe.
Family says the homeowner had a medical issue, forcing her to move away. The rust on the mailbox is a good indication. Nothing's been done here recently. But abandoned homes like that in East Austin lie across the city. A recent list of properties from the city shows more than 400 places marked as needing to be boarded up and secured during the last 7 years. Of those, nearly 80 cases are still active or tied up in the legal process. Some are boarded up, some a city commission ordered torn down or repaired, but that can take years, leaving homes like this to sit abandoned.
We found drug paraphernalia on the property. There's beer cans up there. Frequently parents will go up there and start kind of looking around because little kids kind of get interested in the spooky house in the neighborhood.
What spooks Leanne Crowell is the safety of the home. Austin police records show 7 calls about this address in the last 5 years. For mischief, vandalism, criminal trespass. A complaint to the city shows the property might have been abandoned for more than 15 years.
This is Kevin Schwaller with KXAN News.
The owner of the home says he's deciding what to do with the property, but would not answer our questions on camera. So he went to the top of the Austin Code Department, Director Carl Smart.
Do you believe the Code Department has done enough?
We can do more. We can certainly do more, and we will do more.
Even with the home next door to Shelley.
Certainly, this length of time to handle a case like this is just unacceptable, and so we will do what it takes in order to decrease that time frame and keep it to a reasonable amount of time.
He says they have to give owners proper notice and have time for appeals. But owners can be difficult to track. They might live out of state, or sometimes the department has to look for heirs to the property. So when neighbors don't see progress,
ask to speak to the supervisor. If you don't get satisfaction, ask to speak to the manager. If you don't get satisfaction, ask to speak to the director. But keep going.
All the way up to you.
All the way up to me. All right, all the way up to me. Absolutely. I want to know if there's a problem out there like that. I want to know about it.
But Shelley says she's complained plenty, and the problems haven't stopped.
Just the land itself, have it demolished, sell the land, or build something new. You could make some money on it.
Since our investigation started, Shelley says she's been able to rent out her home. Now, you might think it would have been a much faster process for Austin Code to just tear down the home next door. The director says it tries to find the owner, and then the best option is to try to repair the home first. But cities like Dallas and Houston do tear down homes more often. Tonight on KXAN News at 10, we asked Austin Code what it'll take to speed up the process here and why part of the reason it takes so long is out of their control. Plus, the steps crews are already taking after we started investigating. In East Austin, Kevin Schwaller, KXAN Investigates.
And we checked in to see how living next to something like that could impact your home value. A recent study from U.S. Housing and Urban Development says having a foreclosed property in your neighborhood can take nearby home sale prices and make them go down by as much as 9%. And the longer a property stays vacant, the worse it affects surrounding property values, and it starts to extend to nearby neighborhoods.
And looking closer at Austin's abandoned homes, and we discovered some of the owners are not paying their taxes. And that's money that is not going into schools or local government. The properties that needed to be boarded up and secured in the last several years owe more than $300,000 in back taxes to Travis County. Not all of them owe money. It's about 35 properties that owe taxes. The top offenders owe more than $30,000, one as high as $46,000.